contact, so I can see.
Well, you better not flip the yellow light on, then back to the green light, or somebody's going to kick you out.
Are you excited to be a flagman this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled.
Right, I got flagman out there. Oh, that stupid flagman. They got a dumb flagman that can't see. You know, we sat there, the USAC officials yelled yellow. I sat there and he shut the green light back off. He turned the green light back on, so I got in the tuck position. Sure enough, we got hit. He's a fat little son of a
He called to start back on Hudson. Walking papers Monday. I'm gonna climb up that flag stand and call you a fat little some.
Yeah, have you ever had to deal with a rowdy parent?
I've had to deal with a couple. I've had a couple where we went green, but they didn't think that we should have went green.
Garrett, have you witnessed some pretty crazy quarter measure parent stories?
So I flagged. I preferred, prior to this day, I preferred to flag. Mini Indy, flagging, 2 races to go in the season. I was unaware of this. We weren't racing points. And leaders coming out of 4, I have the checkered flag in my hand, and I would always go white, put it away, grab the checkered, but I kept the yellow in my other hand. And they're coming out of 4, and I dropped the checkered and waved the white because 2 kids crashed, right? So the guy who's leading's like, you threw the checkered, you threw the checkered. And I'm like, no, I dropped the checkered. I never waved it. It was in my hand, I dropped it, waved the yellow. They restart, the leader gets run over. Now the guy wants to come down and beat my ass because he thought the race was over. He said, you bent that front axle. He's in my face. You bent that front axle. I'm like, I'm flagging. I didn't bend the front axle. I'm not even in the race. You bent that front axle. You blah, blah, blah. That just cost us the championship. Just cost us the championship. I'm like, heavy Honda, mini Indy. That and $5 will get you a cup of coffee. Like, what do you?
And he wants to use this USAC shirt that says authority. You know, his little son probably makes 175 a week, which is fine. But he makes this shirt on, and then he's authority. Got all this power, and he wants to just go back to the pits. Well, he up.
I mean, it's a thankless job. You don't even make 175 a week, like Jack said in his interview. It's just voluntary.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. So do you feel like there's more angry parents in the quarter midget arena or the like midget and sprint car arena? Quarter midget? That was quick.
Well, but I don't think quarter midgets get a bad rap in the racing community, or go-karts, or kids racing in general. But I don't think there's any more than there is at a Little League game or a soccer game, or it's just parents get intense when it comes to little Johnny. Intense. Right? And I'm pretty sure you can ask Rick Hendrick, Roger Penske, Jack Roush, if they have 2 like candidates that they're considering for a cup ride, they don't dig back and say, well, this one won the Junior Honda Track Championship when he was 7, let's go with him. Now, they might dig back to when he was 15 and he won a big race, but they're not digging back that far. It's the same thing. Bill Parcells, if he's got 2 quarterbacks that he's grading evenly, he doesn't go back and like, well, this one threw a touchdown to win the Pop Warner Championship at 8, I'm getting him. So
that's a really good point.
Back her down a little.
Yeah, what kind of responsibilities have you had at racetracks?
So I went as CSI, like we had our full like CSI trailer, tent. I was there at CSI, right? Well, half the volunteers, they quit like 2 hours in to a two-day race, right? So they all quit.
Guy dropped the flags right in the middle of the race. I'm done.
Yeah. And
I had to pick him up and finish flagging the race because I think it was like Hudson was just in red rookie, so it wasn't a big deal, right?
So I'm supposed to be there at CSI, help customers, everything else. Well, then like they're getting on the PA and they're like, we need someone to race direct, and I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, I really don't want to be that guy. And I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, I'm kind of bored, so I just went up there. I was like, I do a couple races until we find someone full time. Well, that turned into an 18-hour project.
Did you get yelled at?
Oh yeah, but I was an assistant race director, so I would just get on the horn and be like, hey, he made the call. I'm going with what he said. I'm just telling
Trevor
you what
found
he said.
himself a nice little spot in the shades. It was hot. July mini
Right in
Indy.
the middle of summer.
He had his headphones on. He was just leaned up against the fence under a shade tree. Like probably could barely see the damn track.
So the guy would come on, like, I was supposed to watch 3 and 4, which was what I'm doing, but like the guy with the race director come on, he's like, "Hey, you see what happened?" I have number 1 and 2. I'm like, kid spun on his own. I mean, ding dongs. Like,
Since you've been kind of racing your whole life, then what would you say is more intense, the parents in quarter midgets or parents like in micros / midgets?
I'd say probably quarter midgets,
Yeah.
because they're so directly involved. Whereas like once you get up to the micros, midgets, sprint cars and stuff, you don't see the parents like at the racetrack, like in charge of the cars and all that, Whereas a quarter midget race, if some kid wrecks another kid, it's gonna be the 2 parents who are sitting there yelling at each other.
Trevor, I had the chicken tender basket at Lincoln Park this past weekend.
how are they?
A little too clean.
Still clean.
They're still clean.
We're only 2 weeks in,
Yeah,
Had it rain out and
I felt
everything,
okay
so.
afterwards. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
What you really need like a 2-day show. Like wait until like second day. They're like, just get me out of here, and they just like maybe they leave the chicken tender in there for just a little bit longer.